What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike, full-time media reseller. I finally got rid of all the junk boxes that you guys have seen here for the past few weeks. Today's video, eBay what sold, eBay what we're listing, Amazon what sold, Amazon what we are sending in this week. And also, it is a fun topic for me. I'm gonna do some confessions, right? Things that I'm gonna confess to you, right? I'm confiding in you not to tell anybody my confessions that I'm going to give you here today. So we're jumping right into things. What do we list on eBay? That's the important thing, right? You gotta, wait. Let's start a confession first because it pertains to eBay. My confession, the first confession of many of this video, is that I enjoy eBay when things sell. I don't think eBay is, well, I know it isn't, but I think eBay gets a bad rep because people turn it into a grind that it doesn't need to be. So for me, my confession is 2024, eBay has been treating me well, and I kind of like it. I got no complaints here. What's going on eBay? The stuff I'm listing, it's selling, right? I mean, we can't complain about any of it. So let's see here. What did we list? We listed Aunt Marie's Book of Lore Grimm, right? You just see this, it's like, your normal type, bigger coffee table book. Believe it or not, listed this for $95. That puts us at the lowest price. 6 listed, 26 sold. That is the stuff dreams are made of. But this leads me to another confession I have to make. Amazon is a ripoff. How's Amazon a ripoff, dude? I sell on Amazon. The story of this book. Let's go on a journey. By the way, this is a really good show. Me and Deb watched this when it used to come out actually on TV many years ago. I paid $12 for this at a thrift stores, right? So they were a little greedy. They knew what they had, right? They're like, price is firm, I know what I got. But why is Amazon a scam for sellers? So I bought this planning to sell it on Amazon, right? Amazon, I probably could have got $150. That's what it's been selling for. You see, I got it. I got my Amazon sticker on it, right? This is fresh from the warehouse. Amazon is a scam because they have these stupid pricing. Basically, they control the price. If you guys have seen, there's been like different lawsuits when it comes to their pricing algorithm, right? So you go to list this book, right? Say there's 10 of us that list this book. When you go to list it, it's going to ask a list price. Well, what is the list price? Usually that's the price that's like you see on the barcode. You can't see mine here, but if enough of us put in the actual manufacturer price of $19.95, which it was, I know this for a fact because I was trying to get it through the pricing security system. Amazon won't even allow this go live, right? So even though we know that this book's not being made no more, there weren't that many made, it's a $100 book all day long. They will not let you sell this at the price it should be at. They don't care about supply and demand. They go off these stupid pricing algorithms when it comes to fair price. Well, a fair price and a free market is what somebody's willing to pay for it. Unfortunately, it's not Amazon who gets to decide what the price is on something. So what happens, right? Pay $2 to send this into Amazon. I tried messing with the price for 3 weeks. Won't take my price. I even had this down to like $88 at one point. They want it at $20. They want you to sell something you can get $100 for all day long for $20 because they have the most antiquated, busted system, fair pricing policies. I hope it goes away because, listen, you can't control what people are selling things for and you can't control what people are willing to pay for things. You know, I mean, that's why you can't sell collectibles on Amazon because no one reads the condition notes and you can't charge the price that it's actually worth if it's signed or something. So I had to create a removal order, cost me another $3, right? So, I mean, I'm into this thing for a lot of time and a lot of money at this point just to list it on eBay. Or, hey, it'll probably sell right away. So, Amazon is a scam with this fair price and stuff. This is not the first time it's happened. I actually had another book. I'm trying to remember back. It was The Witcher, a game guide for The Witcher, video game guide. And the same exact thing happened. It was a $130 video game guide, limited edition strategy guide. And they said, hey, sell it for 20 bucks. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people don't know how the system works, right? And if this just sits there, they'll destroy this. They'll liquidate it. They'll give you $1 for it, or they'll destroy it and charge you $3 to get rid of it. So, you know, these things like this kind of irritate me about Amazon. So that's the confession. Amazon is a scam. So I got my eBay guy, right? We sold some stuff on eBay. I'm going to send you out to him. Hopefully he's being a good employee. Listen, you hire these people off the streets, you never know what you're going to get. So let's send it over to him, see what he's selling, if he's selling anything for me on eBay. Let's go. It's a beautiful day to grab those eBay orders. 2 orders over the weekend. If you guys watched last week's video, I showed you what I listed. We actually sold 2 of those 4 items we listed. So first up, Metallica. Like I said, I'm not a huge Metallica fan. This is with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra. We listed it for $34.99, free shipping. It sold. I didn't even get lowballed. I had best offer on, right? So 35 bucks. We paid $1 a piece. So $2 into 35 minus shipping, minus fees. We basically make 50 cents. The other one we sold, much better. Talked about this one. The Whitest Kids You Know, Season 3. I listed this for $99.99, like a greedy little bugger. Took an offer of $80. $1 I paid for this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you all, right? I love eBay. Those words don't come out of me often, but I think if you're listing desirable items on eBay at desirable prices, your stuff will sell even if you aren't listing every single day. I haven't listed on eBay every day for years, and I still get sales like this, right? So I can't complain. Mike's got me out here picking his eBay orders, you know. He's a nice guy sometimes, and I don't mind being out in the weather when it's 60 degrees. So back to you. I hope when this goes back to you at the storage unit, boss, I hope it's like 10 degrees and you're freezing your ass off. So back to you, boss. All right. Hey, that bum's making us some money on eBay. Kind of talked about it in the beginning. eBay has been treating us well. We can't complain about that. And honestly, I got a confession. I got another confession already. I wouldn't probably have listed the majority of the stuff on eBay if it wasn't for the accountability that you guys give me, right? I do this video every single week. I got to list this stuff, right? I got a pile. I got enough to last the whole year, right? If I do one of these videos a week, I got plenty over there to list one item every day. So I'd like to thank you guys. Unfortunately, I sell books for a living. I got 4 fat cats. I'm pretty fat myself too. So like I can't cut you in on any of the profits, but I do appreciate you holding me accountable and making sure that I list something on eBay every single week. So confessions. I put this out in the Discord, right? You guys know we got like 1 million billionaires over in the media Discord that I have, the private Discord through the YouTube membership. And I said, yo, give me some reselling confessions. And I said, anything you can say can and will be held against you in the court of law. Nobody even responded. They just said, I'm not confessing to nothing. I got one response and it was Leith. And it wasn't even a real, he confesses that he should have bought more than he should have. That's not even, I was looking for some juicy stuff, right? Not none of this plain Jane nonsense. So I wonder what kind of criminals, what kind of reselling scallywags are a part of my Discord now. I'm worried. Like, I'm looking over my shoulder at all times now, right? Because we don't know what's going on out there. Nobody wants to fess up to anything. I get it. So, moving on. YouTube comment of the week. As you guys know, I always pick a comment every single week on the channel to cover. And it's usually, you know, sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're informative, and sometimes, you know, hey, it's just one of those things. So, Harold, new member to the channel. Harold, I appreciate you joining the membership. Hopefully you're getting some value out of the coaching calls, the private Discord, all that fun stuff. Harold said, more work for more money. No thanks. I'm going to go on Reddit and complain about slow sales because eBay doesn't like me. We talked about it last week. Topic was less whining, more working. So Harold kind of went off the rails here, right? We kind of pissed him off. More work for more money? Nah, I'm going to go on Reddit and complain about the slow sales because eBay doesn't like me. I tried to calm him down. I said, Harold, calm down, in all caps, right? We are not ready for the truth. And he said, you can't handle the truth. I mean, he hit it right on the head. You want more money? Resell? You gotta do more work. That's all it comes down to. You're the cogwheel of your business. There's no other way for money to magically fall into your lap, unfortunately. It all starts and it all stops with you. So Harold, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate, just shooting the crap with me sometimes and, saying things like that. Sometimes you gotta, wake people up a little bit. So, are you finding anything at the Goodwill? E.T.'s trying to blow away. So, the story why E.T. is no longer on the wall here is because these walls, really aren't metal. They're like a crappy, cheap aluminum. I had, magnet strips across the back, and they just completely torn down. So now I'm stuck with E.T., basically living with me. Ooh, look at him, he's flying away. Anyways, live on the scene. Outside of the Goodwill, my scouter's out there. Wonder if he's finding anything. I heard it was pretty miserable, but hey, I don't pay him $3 an hour for nothing. I don't care if it's tornadoes, rainstorms. He needs to get out there and get to work. If he wants that $3 an hour, he's got to put in the time. Let's see what he's up to. All right, we just got out of the Goodwill. It's miserable out, right? You ever have those days where you're like, I don't want to go thrifting. It's nasty, it's windy, it's rainy. But at the end of the day, you want to be a full-time reseller? Guess what? You're not the Wicked Witch. The rain isn't going to melt you. We got some good items. Pretty cool considering I sold Dune the other week. This is a trade paperback. National Lampoon's Dune, D-O-O-N. This is about a $30 book. We paid $3 for it. I was talking to the lady in there and she said all their books, like I said, they're getting scanned at a distribution center. The stores are going to start receiving a lot less. So if you rely on the Goodwill for books, good luck, Chuck. The best find and a personal favorite of mine. $2.99. Bob Ross 10 CD DVD set going for $75+. I mean, guys, girls. Hey, girls. Bob Ross, I watch this guy every night. Our one cat, Diana, our black cat, she loves when I have Bob Ross on the TV. $3 into $75. Don't get no easier than this, right? This is life. The wind's about to whip me away. Back to you at the storage unit, boss. All right. Hey, my $3 an hour is getting put to good use. He's finding us valuable things, right? He knows how much this stuff is worth. So at what point does he just say, I'm no longer working for you. I'm going to start my own media business on Amazon, right? So what do we sell on Amazon? But before we get into that, I have a pretty big confession. I know. Shocking news. So for those of you who don't know, everybody, I'm pretty sure every reseller knows who Tech and Sports is. I asked him, he did a live stream answering questions, right? So I put my question in. There's 50 million questions. And he reads every single one because that's what he does. He helps people out. I talked about this too. What categorizes a full-time reseller? The hours you work or the money you make? And his answer was, thankfully, the one I wanted to hear, right? It is the money you make. So my confession is, my reselling business, I maybe work 20 hours a week. Here comes all the comments. Dude, you're a bum. You even in thrift stores anymore, dude? Or is this the end? You going back to CVS? When you got shit figured out like I got it figured out, haters gonna hate. Now listen, 20 hours is just the reselling, right? It's not the YouTube. It's not the coaching calls. It's not the Discord. So my plate's pretty full, all right? Before everybody starts, what do you just sit around and watch Unsolved Mysteries all day? No, my plate is pretty full here. I got a lot of things moving on in different, pieces behind the scenes. So, that's the reality of it. If you can make the money you need to make and put in as little hours, why am I going to waste time? Sure, I could come list this eBay stuff, but I don't have to. It doesn't. I'm not motivated to list it, right? I only list because you guys make me one a week. Don't make me do more than 2 or 3, even though I sold all of those items. It's just one of those things where if you can get your processes down, you don't got these. Listen, these people are working 80 hours a week, 60 hours a week. you better be making a crap ton of money reselling. That's all I know. If I'm doing 20 hours a week and I'm getting the results I'm getting, you better be crushing it. You better be driving. You better not be in the Ultima. You better be in the Lamborghini, the souped up, maybe you got the 2009 Ultima. I got the '08, right? Heated seats, sunroof. You don't have to be in this business all the time to make serious money. So yeah, that's a confession. I don't eat, sleep, breathe in these thrift stores, in this storage unit. I'll add another confession. I hate the storage unit. I got a storage unit. I was like, woo! I've made it as a reseller. I got a storage unit. It sucks. Even if it's a climate control one, this ain't no place to be all the time around the clock. It's one of the, it's like the biggest scam. Oh, you get a storage unit, you've made it. No, that is not the case. Like, I don't want to be in this storage unit. It's not that I hate it. I need this space for, my pickups and everything, but I would never work out of a storage unit. I would find, a warehouse space or something nicer, or even like a garage or a shed, looking for a house. The market's terrible. When we find a house, I'll have a room, a shed, something like that that's more convenient and comfortable. This storage unit life, it sucks. I mean, it's just dreadful. So what are we selling on Amazon before we get to what we are sending on Amazon? First up, we have the New England Wildflower Society Guide to Growing and Propagating Wildflowers. Any propagation when it comes to flowers. I'm not a huge gardener, but Deb is, right? Deb just went and bought all these plants, these house plants this past week. Got to make sure they're non-toxic to the cats, non-toxic to me in case I get hungry. And I just nibble on some leaves. We sold it for $49.99. Profit was $33. Probably into this for $1.50. Actually, this might have been from the library pickup. I'm not sure. But propagation books are good. This is almost a coffee table size book. 11 by 9 inches. It is a hardback. So, I mean, $50 for $1. Pays the bills. Keeps the cats fed. Next up, we got a DVD set. Streets of San Francisco, the complete series. Sold it for $59.97. Profit was $43.79. This was new sealed. I remember this one because the box set is it's super big. I've never seen the Streets of San Francisco. I think there's a famous actor in it. I'm not sure. It might be Kirk Douglas. or Michael Douglas. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, sold it new for $60. I think we paid $5 for that. So after fees, we still made over $35. Take that. And the last one we sold was GURPS Basic Set Campaigns. GURPS is like a World of Warcraft Dungeons and Dragons type style book. Larger hardback. We paid 40 cents for this. I know 40 cents is a weird number, but I remember it because it's in this really small thrift shop in this one town I go. It's like the thrift shop's maybe 10 by 40 feet long, right? It's basically the length of a house and width of a row home. And I just stopped in there because there's another thrift store in town. They take cash only. Funny story, I didn't even have enough cash. I went in with $10 and my total went up being 11. So I went out to the car and I got like a little Ziploc bag of change. So I had to run back in with my bag of change. And this was sitting right on the shelf when you walk in. And the way they price their stuff is they'll put like a piece of masking tape and then the price. So it was a big piece of masking tape and then it said 0.40, 40 cents. That sold pretty quick. Probably sent it in about a month ago. Sold it for $79.95. Profit was $59.56. You can't beat it. You all know to scan that type of stuff. I don't have to tell you again, but if you're not scanning the Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of stuff, it's just one of those things. So what are we sending into Amazon this week? But I have another confession. I think this will be the last confession of this video, and it is a big one. And I accept the fact that I am the way I am. I don't care for books or their backstory or where they came from or who wrote the books. Unfortunately, I hate to break it to everybody, I love selling media and books because I love the money you can make. And when I started, I didn't have much money to start my reselling business, and books are everywhere. You can get them for free. So I kind of I created a monster. You get so many books, they're everywhere you go, and it turned into this business. But it's tough for me to get, like, I don't get excited about books, guys, girls. It's just one of those things where, you know, you might see that it's, you know, I don't even know. You might see it's The Horrifying and Hideous Hauntings hardback, and you're like, oh my God, this book is so cool. I read it, and I see a $20 bill. Like, there's no, I don't know, and I'm fine with it, right? I tell everybody, my knowledge is zero. I have some knowledge. It's not terrible, but, like, that's why I like people like Max in my corner. Hey, Max, what's going on? Is this worth anything? But books don't excite me. Money excites me. So it's like, I'm not committed to books. I don't stay with books and media because I enjoy books. And, you know, I did pick one out for myself to read. I haven't read this yet. Well, I got two. So I've been reading a little bit more. I'm currently reading through the original Halloween trade paperback. Two I got out of the library that I want to read. We got The Exorcist here. I'm not a big, huge Exorcist movie fan, but usually the books are better than the movies. And then, of course, we got It, Pennywise the Clown. This thing will take me like 35 years to read how big this is. So those are two I'm going to read, but overall, I'm not like, books don't excite me. The money excites me, you know? I don't plan on collecting anything. So, what am I sending? I got no books I'm sending. I mean, I got some over there, but I got none in this pile that I'm sending. So, got some cool stuff though. Let's get my scanner to connect. Let's get my screen recording. The Lime CD, David Crowder Band. No idea who this is. And for those of you that scan new CDs, yes, this barcode up top works the same way as the one on the back. So usually if they're sitting on the shelf, you don't even got to pull it out. You just scan the barcode up top. Boom, boom. Shows red because it's pulling off the used buy box. We are new. Let's get the live score here. There's somebody selling it for $20.87. We'll undercut them. We make 12 bucks. I paid $1 for this. We'll make 10, give or take $10 in profit off this CD. Best part is I don't got to resurface it. Throw a label over the barcode. In the box it goes. In the money comes to my personal bank account. All right, next up, we got a little bit of DVD combo action. And also with the DVDs, you can scan that barcode up top as well. Jeff Bridges, Tommy Lee Jones, and Blown Away. This is a thriller double feature, also featuring The Killer Elite, starring James Caan and Robert Duvall. I always scan the double packs, and anything that's sealed, you gotta scan anyway, right? Because you're probably like, ain't no one watching this garbage. Well, check you out. Thank you for leaving me the money. No new FBA, right? So there's two. It's currently going to the 2192, but that's FBM. FBA, we can be greedy, right? Even though I talked about earlier, Amazon does control how you price some of these things, but we'll price this at $29.99. Definitely get the sale. They'll definitely give us the buy box. We'll probably make 15, maybe 18 bucks. We paid $3 for it at the Goodwill. So, hey, it's that easy. And look, the Goodwill stickers come off so easily off the new sealed stuff. I mean, I love it. All right, the last item I have and the coolest item of the week, personally for me, right? If I got to pick like a cool item of the week that I'm sending in, we got a little bit of Journey Time 3. This is pretty big. Imagine like 2.5 CDs like on top of each other here. We paid up $5, greedy buggers. It's got 3 CDs in it. It's nothing crazy, right? No used FBA. So I get this question a lot. How would you price something like this? Well, the new FBA is $28.70, right? Amazon's on the listing at $30.10, but they're sharing the buy box because the new buy box is at $28.70. Used buy box is going to the lowest merchant right now, $19.41. Something like this, probably priced it around the $22.99, maybe even the $23.98 that I have highlighted. 14 bucks after our $5, we make $8. This thing's pretty cool, right? Deb actually has one of these that was emptied at a bulk buy I did. But yeah, I mean, any Journey fans would definitely appreciate something like this. How will I pack this? I will just, you know, get the sticker off. I'll probably put piece of masking tape here, piece of masking tape there. Away it goes. I promise you, your CDs will survive. We get carried away sometimes with conditioning. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm sending. That's what I'm selling. That's what I'm sourcing. Reselling's good. I really can't complain. You got some of my biggest confessions. I guess I got one more for you. I got one more, and it's going to be a hard pill for people to believe and swallow, but I do truly believe this. It's a two-part one. The first part is the best way to start selling on Amazon, arguably anymore, is not books. I'll tell you guys right now that more of my sales come from CDs and DVDs than they do books. Just the way the fees are structured, it makes it harder to find profitable books now because it goes off the weight and size. We all know a book is going to weigh a lot more than your CD and DVD. So it is harder to sell books. If I had to start on Amazon again, I would have books as a tool in my tool belt, but I would focus more on disc media. And this year I've been focusing heavily on disc media. I got the Goodwill sticker off easily. I know I'm the GOAT, greatest of all time when it comes to sticker peeling. But I think the days of everybody having to start with books, and I see it's funny because this is on my mind, and I've seen a short from Hustle and Grow. We had him on the podcast, super nice guy. And he says, you don't got to start with books. I think he's 100% right. Get involved in a category you're passionate about, and don't think, oh, I got to start with books because I'm selling on Amazon. You can sell whatever you want on Amazon as long as you do it the right way. So yeah, that's all the confessions I got. I'm still worried about who I got over my Discord, and nobody wants to fess up to anything. You're all just like, I'm not gonna. I put a poll out. It'll be a few days since the poll's been out, and I asked people, if your best friend that was a reseller was at risk of losing their account and you had to take the stand on their oath, would you, tell the truth and have them lose their account, or would you lie for them? And there's a lot of honest people out there. A lot of you, I know, we're all best friends. A lot of you were leaving me high and dry, right? A lot of you were like, yeah, he burned those DVDs in his basement. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yo, Johnny, we talked before this. I told you to lie. It's like if anybody has watched The Office, Michael Scott, when he goes in with his girlfriend at the time and she's trying to sue the company and he can't help himself. He just winds up telling the truth. You're all out here being like, yeah, he did it. I seen him. He did it. Yep. Take his account, throw him in jail, throw away the key, lock him up. That's going to do it for me. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.